Okay, hello again. Welcome to Spoon TV Live. My name is Haji Masale. We are still here at the Ministry of Justice here in Cinco. We are expected to talk to the family of Councillor Gloria Musu Scott. They have just held a meeting with with officials of the Ministry of Justice. So we are about to talk to the family shortly, and the family just concluded a short meeting with the officials of the Ministry of Justice. Remember, they were here this morning to present the statement to the ministry after, as a follow-up to several communications they wrote to the Ministry of Justice regarding the incarceration of Councillor Gloria Musu Scott in connection to the guilty verdict by the lower court. We understand? An appeal have been forwarded to the Temple of Justice. That's the Supreme Court, and since then the Supreme Court hasn't, called to open the file. So they have been making follow-up with the Ministry of Justice, and they have just concluded a discussion with the officials of the Ministry of Justice. So they will be talking to us shortly as to what was contained in the discussion at the Ministry of Justice here.
Okay, so we are back, still here.
Okay, so hello again. Welcome to the media. The spokesperson of the Councillor Gloria Musu Scott family. You just concluded a meeting with the authorities of the Ministry of Justice. Can you run us through as to what happened?
Well, thank you very much. Like we said the Ministry of Justice Communications, and like we itemized this morning those issues involved with the communication. We met with the Ministry of Justice. The Deputy Minister of Administration headed the discussion because the minister was in another meeting, and the Ministry of Justice have committed itself to formally respond to all those issues that we raised. So the Ministry of Justice have committed itself that in the shortest possible time they will formally respond to all those issues that we have raised in the communication.
So just tell you that they will respond to all the issues raised in the communication you sent them. It took you more than 1 hour in that meeting. Why they couldn't just tell you right here that they will respond to those issues?
The burden is on them. We communicated with them. We have indicated that our family been persecuted while we are grieving. We have indicated that. We have indicated that duty and responsibility. Like I said, the Ministry of Justice, after outlining all that has been done to our family, the ministry have informed us that they will formally communicate with us. Had the ministry formally communicated with us in all the communications we sent, we would not have been here today. So we are here today basically based on all those issues that we outlined from the very beginning. We have forwarded those issues, and they're going to look into it, and they're going to respond to us formally.
What are the issues that you raised to the Ministry of Justice?
The persecution of Justice Scott, the confection of the Ministry of Justice employee officials, Maroon Dennis, the issue of the Ministry of Justice, the Solicitor General going to the Temple of Justice to pay for the verdict, the issue of the recent intrusion into Justice Scott's house, the issue of even the government pathologists saying that there were missed DNA in the house. All those issues were raised. The issue of why did they take the key recently? All those issues were raised. The ministry have committed to themselves that they're going to formally communicate with us, because we formally communicated, as you are aware. We formally communicated. So the Deputy Minister for Justice told us clearly in our meeting that they're going to meet and we're going to receive formal communication on all those issues. We call for the correction of persecution. We call for the correction or prevention of the miscarriage of justice. They have indicated that they're going to make sure that they formally communicate with us. So we are waiting for the formal communication.
What exactly you want the Ministry of Justice to do in this case?
But we did indicate the duty and responsibility of the Ministry of Justice as enshrined in the Criminal Procedure Code Chapter 12, which call on the Ministry of Justice to prevent persecution, miscarriage of justice, inhumane treatment, and all forms of indignation or violation. The ministry has promised that they will formally respond to us on all those issues that we have raised.
Was it timeline given?
Well, we expect the letter. We expect to receive the letter not later than 14 working days. Conventionally, not later than 2 weeks. Conventionally, when you write a letter, they should respond to you not later than not later than. Yeah.
The ministry exceed that time and you don't get your response.
No, we communicated with them. If they are responded to these communications, who would have been here today?
So somebody will be concerned. The same justice minister was the one who did the prosecution against your client, and you are back again to them. What do you want them to do?
Chapter 12 is clear that the Ministry of Justice is a ministry that can prevent miscarriage of justice. The past government, the past ministry did it. Maru Dennis told you clearly. Maru Dennis was clear when he told you that the case was politically motivated. Maru Dennis worked for the Ministry of Justice. Nyati Twine worked for the Ministry, the Solicitor General Nyati Twine, who went to the Temple of Justice to buy gated verdict. Worked with the Ministry of Justice. Worked with the Ministry of Justice. So everything against the family of Justice Scott was being squarely perpetrated by the Ministry of Justice. We have communicated.
Last questions.
And what we expect is for the ministry to respond to our communication as they promised.
And to buttress, one of the cardinal issues, it has to do with the appeal after the guilty verdict was handed down by the lower court. The framework of our constitution gave the right to the defendant to file an appeal. And since that time up to now, we have been heard from the Supreme Court. So we want to make it clear, the family of Councilor Scott and our other relatives, our languages against, behind the bars, will remain unbending, unwavering, being in the confines of the law, that justice will come one day. Thank you very much.
What's the name again?
I'm always Nathaniel Estro Jr.
I'm Newton, William K. Newton, family of Justice Scott. Thank you.
So we want to call it a day after the family met with the authorities of the Ministry of Justice. Now they have concluded a meeting and they have taken their exit to their various homes. But remember, Councilor Musu Scott is still languishing in Biampa along with 2 others of her family members in connection to the death of Chalo Musu, their own relative. A guilty verdict by the lower court was handed down and an appeal was taken to the Supreme Court. And the family said since the appeal was made to the Supreme Court, there has been no response from the Supreme Court, no opening of the files. They have taken the matter to the Ministry of Justice to look into what they has been raising since they took the appeal. So my name is Haji Masale. I say thanks so much for watching Spoon TV. As always, we are dishing out Liberia's best. It's good again to have you as always. Thank you for watching Spoon TV.